Welcome to the story of Cheeto. A little whippet dog, he became one of the best boxers of all time. The story starts with Titan. Titan was a big whippet. In fact, no one had seen a dog with as much strength as he did, not even a pit bull. Titan had been undefeated in the canine championship for years. No boxer could compare to his strength. He would quickly walk up and knock out his opponents with one shot. He got medal after medal. Cheeto was a huge fan of Titan. He had never seen a dog his breed get so far in the canine championship.
You are so cool, Titan.
Thank you.
In fact, after Cheeto got to meet Titan, they became real friends after Titan offered to help Cheeto try and become a better boxer. They worked out all the time, especially with speed.
3, 2, 1, go.
Haha, too slow.
I thought you were supposed to be my trainer.
Hey, competition only makes you fight harder.
I'm trying to get as strong as you, man.
It's just hard work and some magic.
Magic.
I will tell you eventually.
Months went by and the two stuck together. Cheeto started to train on his own after Titan left on tour for the boxing semifinals. It was January, February, March, April, May, and eventually June 8th. June 8th is when Cheeto's training got startled by something crazy. It was just a regular day. First, Cheeto went to the track at 6:30 a.m. to get a head start on his training. He did sprints, jogs, training for endurance in the ring. Then it was 8 a.m. Cheeto decided to pack up and head to the ring for some real practice. He hit and hit, practicing swings and quick movements. Then it was 11 a.m. and then was time for lunch. Cheeto ate his regular meal of chicken, rice, and broccoli, and headed back out. It was 12 p.m., and Cheeto wanted to end his training in the gym. He worked out for a while, ending his routine holding plates on his back to test his failing point. Then his legs started to shake. They shook and shook until Cheeto finally dropped the weight and looked down.
What the heck?
His body was showing definition of muscle that he had never seen before. He had to call Titan.
Titan, I need your help. I'm totally freaking out.
Hey Cheeto, just calm down and tell me what's going on.
I was just doing my usual training, lifting sprints, and my whole body just started cramping, especially my legs and shoulders.
That's weird. Did anything else happen? I may have an idea of what's going on.
Well, not to brag, but I did start to feel a weird sensation of, power. I just felt stronger, which was kind of odd.
Cheeto, I know what's happening. It's very rare. It's called myostatin-related hypertrophy, aka double muscle mass.
What? What the heck is whatever?
Basically, it's a genetic mutation in your MSTN gene, a rare condition characterized by reduced body fat and increased muscle size. It can cause animals like dogs and cows to have up to twice the amount of usual muscle mass in their bodies. They also tend to have increased muscle strength.
So I'm basically Superman. Wait, how do you know this?
Because I also have it. I got it a while ago, and it started the same exact way. It can happen in our dog breed. It's known as the woolly whippet. You're most likely born with the mutation, however, the actual effects didn't show until you started training so much.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Do you understand what is happening?
Yes, I have actually done tons of research on double muscle mass. First, let's talk about DNA. It is formed by the nitrogenous base pairing. This is by the different nitrogenous bases, including thymine, cytosine, arginine, guanine, and uracil, which is only an RNA instead of thymine. These bases pair to create the structure of the DNA. The pairings are A to T, C to G, and A to U in RNA. Now back to double muscle mass. Normally, the process to make a protein in your body goes through transcription and translation. Well, your cells are. The process starts with transcription. Transcription is when the gene's DNA sequence is copied to create an RNA molecule. This takes place in the nucleus of the cell, and enzymes work to use DNA as a template for the RNA. First, there is helicase, which breaks the hydrogen bonds. It basically just unzips the DNA into two strands. Next is the main part, the RNA polymerase. This will go and copy the DNA sequence and add complementary RNA nucleotides to the strand to create an RNA molecule called messenger RNA, aka an mRNA. Pretend we're in a very fancy large kitchen. Imagine the DNA is this huge cookbook full of recipes, the genes. Each recipe creates a different dish, proteins, and there are many different recipes. Because this cookbook is so large and sacred, it is kept in a safe, a nucleus, and cannot be taken out to the main kitchen. Transcription is like making a copy of what the recipe is in the cookbook. So the head chef, RNA polymerase, goes into this safe and writes down the recipe onto a single sheet of paper, the mRNA, so it can be taken out to the kitchen. Now the recipe is ready to take out to the rest of the kitchen, so the head chef takes the copied recipe to the main kitchen, rest of the cell. This small paper copy of the recipe is much easier to read and work with than the massive cookbook. Without this step, it would be much harder for the cell to access the genetic information.
I think I understand it now. So it's just my DNA being copied and turned into messenger RNA.
You got it.
Yes. Wait, but you said there were two processes. What is that other one again?
Yes, there is. That is translation, the second half. Translation is what turns the RNA into a protein.
Oh gosh, I have no idea what that is too.
No worries, Gio. I'll explain it to you. So first, a ribosome will come and attach to an mRNA. The ribosome is where translation takes place. After it is attached, a transfer RNA, tRNA, will come over. This tRNA is attracted over by the complementary codons on the mRNA.
Hold on, what the heck is a codon?
Right. A codon is a three-letter word that corresponds to a certain amino acid. This can be interpreted by using a codon Wheeler chart. An example is AUG, which is the start codon. AUG represents the amino acid methionine. Anyways, after the tRNA is attached by its anticodons, complementary codons to the mRNA, it is able to read and translate the sequence into a specific polypeptide, aka a protein. That is how the protein is made. Okay, so now that we have this recipe all set, we can take it to the cooking chef, ribosome. The chef reads the recipe instructions and assembles the dish by using the right ingredients and adding them in the right order. These ingredients, amino acids, are delivered by the tRNA molecules, which act as the cooking chef's assistants, bringing what's needed. As the ribosome follows the tRNA sequence, it links the amino acids together, making a protein. This is just like the cooking chef using assistants to help create a perfect meal.
Oh, okay, I get it now. So this is all going on inside of me to create my proteins.
Yup.
Okay, but how does all this relate to my mutation?
So there is this protein in your body called myostatin. This protein is made from the MSTN gene, which provides the instructions on how to make it. This protein is part of the transforming growth factor beta family, which is a group of proteins to help control the growth and development of tissues throughout the body. Myostatin is found almost exclusively in muscles used for movement, where it is active both before and after birth. Now, what happens in double muscle mass is that your body doesn't make myostatin. This means that there is no control over growth of tissues in your muscles in your body, but they grow excessively.
Whoa, that's crazy. But why doesn't my body make myostatin if it's undergoing transcription and translation like you said?
Well, it's because this type of mutation is called a point deletion nonsense mutation. This is probably very confusing to you, so let me explain. A point mutation is a change in one or a few nucleotides, which are the letters in the codon. Since this type of mutation is a deletion, a nucleotide in the sequence is just completely deleted from the sequence. An example could be a sequence of UUU, UAC, GAA, GAG, mutated into UUU, HCG, AAG, AG. So the U gets completely deleted.
That's weird, man.
Yeah, it is, but the nonsense part is even weirder. Nonsense is the most dangerous form where a premature stop is caused. Yeah, each DNA sequence ends in a stop codon, such as UGA. And a premature stop, the gene is mutated to the stop codon, is placed way earlier in the sequence, causing it to end before it was supposed to. This is what happens to myostatin, which is why myostatin isn't produced. What happens in double muscle mass specifically is a deletion in nucleotides 939 and 940. This deletion causes a stop codon to form instead of the usual cysteine.
Huh, alright, that's kind of freaky, dude.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, that is how double muscle mass is caused. It has its benefits and difficulties, which will you find out. Call me again if you have any more questions. And don't go around telling everyone about it. It ruins the magic of them.
Haha, okay, Titan. Thank you for all your help. Soon maybe I'll be strong enough to buck you.
Game on. See ya, Cheeto.
After this call, Cheeto had just went back to his training. He soon started to see even more progress than before. He started to get stronger and stronger with every day and eventually thought he might be able to get to the same amount as muscle strength the Titan was. Cheeto was starting to see the negatives of double muscle mass with him having some joint pain and trouble moving when he got stronger, causing some clumsiness. However, he was able to work past it and find stretches that help work past these downsides. He settled a month ago before Titan got back from finals since he had made it through semis. However, he was committed to sticking with this training and trying to get stronger than Titan so that he would be able to fight him when he got back, like he said before. This realization and goal encouraged Cheeto to trade every day from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m., with, of course, a rest day on the weekend. Soon he would finally be able to see Titan again and show him how much he has progressed. It was finally August and Titan came home with another medal and belt.
Titan, I'm so happy you're back.
Hey Cheeto, I'm glad to be back. Wow, look at how strong you are. Geez, man, you were like Hercules.
Haha, I appreciate it. I got here with your training advice. Maybe now I'm finally strong enough to box you.
You are definitely strong enough. I mean, I'm worried about losing.
You should be. I'll kick your butt, Titan.
Game on, next week at 7 p.m.?
See you there.
For the next week, Titan and Cheeto train. Cheeto was still dealing with his clumsiness and joint pain, but all of his training from the months Titan was gone really helped him stabilize again. Of course, during this week, the two kept in touch. They called, hung out, and ate food together, laughing and joking about the upcoming match. Soon, it was the next week, and both dogs were getting ready for the fight.
Are you ready, man? I can't believe this is really happening. It feels like yesterday I was watching you from the crowd, wishing I could even just have a picture with you.
Don't flatter me, Cheeto. I'm so glad I got to meet an awesome dog like you. You've helped push me, and I'm even looking into becoming a personal trainer after I retire.
That is so awesome. I'm so glad I had my idol and best friend to help me with the stubble muscle mass situation when I had no clue what was going on. Thanks for teaching me all about the protein synthesis and why this happens.
Of course, man, just make sure don't share the magic unless you find an opportunity to teach someone else about it.
Duh!
They both took their final stances and the bell went off. The match ended in a tie with both dogs agreeing to both accept the win as they were both at equal skill up.
That was amazing. Thank you, Titan.
Anything for you, bud. You're gonna go so far.
Cheeto went on to carry Titan's legacy as he retired and became a personal trainer to new upcoming boxers. After every match, Cheeto made sure to look into the camera and say,
It's just hard work, Titan, and magic.